Up. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate everybody logging on here at early morning. Is it early morning? I don't know. On a Monday morning, I should say. We got some stuff going on in the Nasdaq. Markets in general pushing up. We can talk about that in one sec. Let's look at first on Mondays. You know, it's always a good idea. First of all, hope everybody had a good weekend. If you did anything interesting, let me know in the comments. If you didn't do anything interesting, you are not alone. Sometimes uninteresting weekends are the best weekends. Let's look at what news we've got going on this week, so we can just prepare ourselves. Just setting up this calendar. Okay. What we got going on this week in news? Anything jumping out at anybody on that? Initial jobless claims coming out Thursday. Yeah, that might move something markets, but other than that, this week looks pretty quiet in terms of news. I'm not really seeing anything that would really move the markets or anything that we've got to be too concerned about. I think initial jobless claims, the only thing on Thursday, and that comes out at 7:30 a.m. Central Time, so before the market opens. So I don't really see that being a big deal, a big deal really. We do have earnings this week. Who's got some earnings coming out this week that we should probably be aware of? We had banks report this morning. I think Bank of America reported this morning, and Wells Fargo, somebody did. Anyway, they did well. There were good earnings, and we saw Goldman Sachs crushes analysts' expectations on strong bond earning, and then Bank of America on higher interest rates. So, so we're seeing markets moving up on that, on earnings coming out this morning. And then we've also got some stuff coming out also this week. So Bank of America come out this morning, beat expectations, blah, blah, blah. Goldman Sachs as well. So the other stuff, Johnson & Johnson, I mean, I already looked at this. The one thing, you know, is Netflix is coming out. Man, Netflix, that'll be interesting to see how they do. Netflix is really beaten up. Or Netflix. I won't even tell you. I'm out of Netflix, but man, Netflix is really tanking. More earnings coming out. I mean, you can look at these. Nothing that I saw really would, I think, impact the Nasdaq too much. Tesla earnings coming out Wednesday. That'll be big for the Nasdaq. So Wednesday, make sure we have an eye on Tesla. I would mark your calendar on that. Other than that, though, it looks like it should be a fairly kind of quiet news day today. Yes, we do have big news, Zero. Thank you. We got the Discord up, and I'll talk about the Discord later, but if you're interested, we do have a Discord now. If anybody wants to go over there, and I did post something last night on the Discord. Over here's our Discord. We did a little technical analysis last night where we were looking at, I put that up there. We saw a gap up and just did a few key levels to keep an eye on this week. And it looks like we're pushing up to that first key level right now, which we'll talk about in a second, but I'll post some things from time to time on there. I'll try to be active with it. I'll put it that way. And if you want the link to this, well, let me figure out how to get the link again. You got to bear with me on some of the stuff. Here we go. Link. Join our Discord. There we go. And hopefully we can get that, get a good community going over there. And again, I'll be posting like trade ideas, other things. There's some other trade ideas that are going on in the markets right now. Ethereum, I've talked about Ethereum before. It's really popping. I don't want people, these are just ideas. They're not like for sure get rich things, but you always want to do good risk management and never trade with money you cannot afford to lose, all that stuff. But Ethereum to me is really popping. It may be a little high right now, but if you can get it on a pullback, or maybe the trade is done, I don't know. I mean, I'm up like 50% on Ethereum at the moment, I think. So it's probably due for a pullback. You don't want to get in too high on it, but it's also that, you know, you're sitting there on the sidelines waiting for a pullback. The pullback never comes, and before you know it, it's at, you know, 2,500, and you miss the move. So it's hard to, you know, it may have already broken out. But anyways, we're not talking about Ethereum right now. We can talk about that later if anybody's interested. Let's look at the Nasdaq. Market's going to open in 12 minutes. I just showed you on that Discord those levels that I drew out last night. After the market opened, we did have a little bit of a gap up. That means we closed at around 12,010 on Friday. We opened up about 30 points higher than that, so it's a gap up. And so that's always a bullish sign. It's not a huge gap up, but gap up nonetheless. So it looks like we're going to push up here to this 12,250-ish level, around there. We've got the upper band on the daily chart. If you're new to the stream, I use 20-period Bollinger Bands. It's just a 20 SMA here in the middle, and then it's 2 standard deviations away. It's nothing super fancy. It's just giving you kind of ballpark ideas about where price may want to move to. And you can see even here historically, it's you know, these can oftentimes be good places for support and resistance levels, and it's just giving you an idea of what's going on, and particularly the 20 SMA here. You can see how price reacts to it, or we trade above it or below it, and you can use that with a grain of salt. It shouldn't replace, it shouldn't be the only thing you trade with, but it can certainly help give you kind of a different, a cleaner perspective on what's going on. Let's see if I can grab my pen. There we go. We've got this level going on up here. You know, the other, I think it's going to find some resistance, and we can already see it beginning to react to that, you know, pushing off of that here. So I think we are going to find some resistance up here. You know, I'm long on some Nasdaq stocks. You know, am I closing out up here? I thought about it. I thought about closing out of there, but I'm holding on. I'm going to hold on to them and see if we can't break through this. I think the next level would be up here at 13,000. And we are obviously in this big down channel, which we've got drawn out here with these the 2 blue lines. You know, I think 13,000 might be its target if it can get above this and close above it, and we start pushing up, kind of like we pushed up over here. Sorry, I'm just looking at something else there. Kind of like that, but it does seem like we're starting to hit some sort of floor down here, and earnings might be able to propel this up to 13,000 this week. So it's just kind of something I'm looking at. I'm not saying that's going to happen. It is in a down channel. It is a little bit of counter trend trading. If you were a better trader than me, you'd probably actually be looking to short it as we came up to this top of this channel. You know, again, you know, as time goes on here, as the days progress, you know, this may kind of come up like this, and then we'll eventually hit it. These 2 levels may come together and form an area of confluence and then drive price back down. You really want to get bullish on this thing until we cleared this down channel, and possibly even the 200 SMA. So we're still in a bear market, but, you know, you could start dipping your toes in the market, knowing that in the next 5, 10, 15 years, market will recover from here, and we'll be talking about Nasdaq being at 50,000, and you'll be like, why was I freaking out so much when it went from 15,000 to 12,000? But you know, that's the way the market is. Not the way the market is, that's the way that we are as traders, but particularly intraday traders. So we can see here on a 4-hour chart. Now I'm on the 4-hour chart. You can look over there, look down here at the tabs. You know, here's that supporting trend line that we drew out on the daily. We can see here how we poke through it on CPI news last Wednesday, which I've talked about before. And now we've broken out of this smaller down channel, and we're coming up to that area of resistance, probably finding some people taking profit or even shorts coming in on it. Again, we got to bust up through this, and then I think that would be probably in its sights up at 13,000, but we are at a key level of resistance right now, 12,200. You know, we've got this support channel, which is kind of drawn out. It's pretty steep angle. I wouldn't be surprised if we came down out of this. And so the way, you know, that you trade it is that we're in this bullish uptrend. This is now on the hourly chart. These are weekly volume profiles. We are in this bullish uptrend. Like this, we can just draw support levels. Draw support levels. So we're starting from those higher time frames, working our way down, just doing basic technical stuff, technical analysis, and take off this line. No idea what that's on there. Oh, that was from last week. We've got a support level right here. We are obviously in this up channel, which we can probably just copy and paste this and see if it fits up here. Kind of. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to do there. A little bit of an up channel here. I don't know how you want to draw that, but we can see the up channel that we're cruising in. And, you know, you could wait for price to come back down to the support level, which is quite a bit of ways away. Well, it's only 100 points away. That's not too much for the Nasdaq. Maybe we, come down to this, come down to the bottom of the band, and then we come back up. But one way that you could confirm that, you know, moved back to the upside is you just draw a counter trend line here. And you wait for this trend line right here to break for a potential move back up. But you would want it hitting some sort of support. And so we can try to identify those support areas. We've got a low volume node right here. Again, this is an overnight volume profile beginning since last night. So this is not really well established volume profile. Taking it very lightly right now because it hasn't been calculating with a session open, and we can even see here how it completely ignored this LVN. So this volume profile right here is not really valid at the moment, I don't think. I would be more keen on this supporting trend line here, the 20 SMA, 12,085, which probably come up to around 12,090. To me, would be an interesting level to possibly buy it. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is just draw a counter trend line. This is the same counter trend line I just drew down here, except it's on a 5-minute. And you want to wait for that thing to break in order to buy it back up to the upside. Get out of these lower highs, lower lows, and start making higher highs, higher lows. In order to get that, you know, think that we might get a move up. We can even draw that over here on the 500 volume. And maybe the 500 volume would break first before the 5-minute broke. That trend line broke on the 5-minute, and you might be able to take like half a position at 12,140-ish, or whenever we broke this, half a position, and then, you know, this thing doesn't have a ton of range right now. I mean, just me looking here, you know, we've got resistance up at 49. I was like, well, maybe you could buy it at 40 and then take profit as it came up here and then get in again if it broke. That's only 9 points. It's not really that much. So, you know, it's not moving too much. Not fun. So I guess that's my tank. My thoughts. Why is the so I haven't said hi to anybody in the chat yet. We got SW Blaze, what's up? Good morning. A0 Big D Jaunts, good morning. What's up, man? Vernon, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Austin, good morning. Good to see you. Go Run, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I'll answer your question in 1 second. It's Dave. What's up? What's up? Slim Jim, Bust a Move. Good morning. Oh, thank you, Nico. I appreciate that, man. Every more Nico is supporting the channel, which is really, I really appreciate. If anyone else, this is completely free. If you'd like to support the channel, you can also, whenever we usually do a coffee break around 9 o'clock, something like that, and I'll insert an ad. You can watch that ad or click on it, and that supports the channel. Or if you just watch any of the videos, you can watch the ad, click on the ad, do whatever, and that supports the channel, or just give this thing a like. That also helps me, so I appreciate that. So asking why is the Dow Jones up so much? Markets are just up in general. I think on positive earnings. Earnings are coming out. We had Goldman Sachs report positive earnings. We also had Bank of America report positive earnings. We talked a little bit about that already at the beginning of the stream, so I won't go over too much about it. But, you know, technically, we're still in a bearish formation. We're in a down channel. We're coming up to a big level of resistance. We may see this pull back at this point. And I marked this out on the Discord last night, if anybody was watching it. Or if anyone's on the Discord, there's a link up top there for where you can join the Discord. And I posted this under the trade ideas, I don't know, category. It's not really trade idea, it's just technical analysis for you to look at. So if you're going long right now and you're wondering why we're dropping after we were going up, it's because we're hitting this big area. We're coming into a big area of resistance. But, you know, I think maybe it may want to break out of this. I don't know if it's a down channel. This is a pretty big drop right here. You know, if we broke up above 39, would we want to take another run at highs? Possibly. And I might actually be interested in buying at 37 and getting out at, won't that work? What is going on with that? This thing is the worst. Constantly having to adjust these things. Sorry, guys. I have to go in here and do some stuff with this account. Market just opened. Still looking maybe take the break of this 35. Oh, it's just tanking now, huh? Did Apex ever give me a no? I didn't even reach out to them. They're just, they don't seem particularly interested. Still looking for the break of this for it to move back up. So it's not that I don't think they're particularly interested. It's just I haven't really spent any time on it. So I don't really care. Oh, I shouldn't say I don't really care. I just haven't spent time on it. Sorry, I'm just watching this price action. I'm looking for to buy the break of this resistance, thinking that we're going to move back up. I've got a bullish bias on it. You know, I think it's got room up, and we may just keep dropping though. Well, let's see what happens. I think I think you could probably take a scalp up to 50, and then maybe wanna. Here it comes. And then maybe think about closing out. It's holding this range though. Green on the day. Delta's starting to move there. Oh, bummer. See if we get the breakout on it. Trying to get that pop. I was about 2 points away from getting it. I got to close out there on that. There it goes. That's okay. I think it's going to go up, yeah. Now we're starting to break out of this little down channel here. Little down channel, this 5 minute. It's coming into that 5 minute area. I should have held that up to 47. Son of, should have held it. I'm not going to buy it up here. I think it's already hit its take profit. 50, just the top of the band here, even though we've poked through this downtrend line. On the open, it can be so choppy. I would probably, I don't know where I think about getting back in on it. Maybe maybe a VWAP. Yeah, I can see point of control coming in there. Point of control coming in there. Big push down. Very choppy. A lot of violent price action here. I'm not seeing Delta really moving down with it. I took a scalp there on that. I don't know. Geez, look at that pop like that. Yeah, it's backwards starting. Just chopping around here. We can just see. I mean, the charts that I'm really looking at right now are just 1 minute, 5 minute, 500 volume. I'm not even really looking at these. I mean, I'm paying attention. You can see here we came and hit the 20 SMA on the 1 hour. You know, but on the open, I have found that the bands on the 1 minute and the 5 minute have really provided support and resistance as of late. Is it going to make another run up? I don't know. It looks like it wants to start trending up. But you know, I bought it here originally at 35 and then added it at 40. You know, it popped down, 30, 35 points here on me. Only now to come back up. So you got to be careful when you're trading these futures contracts. They can be, you can endure a lot of drawdown even if you're right on the trade. This is not that much. You know, I'm looking at the 1 hour chart down here. You know, let's say we do break, we start moving trending up. I think 2,200's got to be your target. Only 50 points, and your stop loss is down here at 78. So that's, you know, 60 points if you jumped in right now. You want to try to get in as low as possible here. Getting in where I was at down here at 12,110 would have been good. I should have just held on to that for at least the move back up to resistance, but I didn't. Hey, morning, Justin. Morning, Jesse. Yeah, man, if the 80 range chart works for you, use that. You know, this is also just a lot of slow summer trading. There's no news going on this week, except besides earnings. Summer can be semi-painful. Starting to trade my little minuscule P&L at the moment, unfortunately. Which is never a good sign. Trading your P&L is never a good sign. Got in there at support and then just dropped on me. This whole area down here is held. It may push through this now. I don't know. Down to 82. It's one of those days where you're like, I'm going long no matter what. It's going long, baby. We're going up. And you keep getting it at support, and support keeps breaking. And then you're like, man, I thought it was going long on it. Nah, good for you, Jesse. Good job, my man. Good trading, my man. Up 527. Shouldn't even look at that because then you start trading it. Man, it should have just held on to some of these down here at support. I mean, that was my idea, but then you get, ooh, I don't know. 3. It's a little high right now to try to get in, I think. What do I know, right? Kind of sluggish this morning. It's Monday morning. A little sluggish. Chopping, 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 chopping around. I think it's gonna push down. I don't know. Let me just look at this in 1 minute. This thing's just chopping. It's just, you know, support and resistance. It's just in a range right now. We've got support down here, 12,100-ish, you know, 12,153. You know, could it break the top of this and start trending? Part of me thinks that it could today. Part of me thinks that we could break this high and start trending up. The other part of me, you know, you want to be really cautious with it. This is just a 1 minute chart. You can just see the price action is pretty shit. But, you know, maybe not. You know, you buy down here, you sell up here. It's not that complicated, to be honest. Oh, taking a big bear stretch. Big bear stretch right there. And then if you get in here, this is like the choppy, messy stuff. Well, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to go grab some coffee. I'm going to insert an ad here. Please don't leave. Just leave this thing running. If you watch the ad, you click on it. It helps the channel out a little bit. I'm going to fill up my coffee and come back and see if this thing decided to move one way or the other. But right now, I don't want to get tempted with trying to buy something right in this middle of this chop. All right, I'll be right back. Oh, good timing. Look at this. I don't want to say that. Breaking out, breaking out. Are we breaking out? Are we moving up? Looks promising here, guys. You think we're breaking out to the upside? Move up to 200? How do we jump in on this? Come and pull them back. Let's go. You're going the wrong way, Nasdaq. Nasdaq, you're going the wrong way. You're supposed to be going up to that other green line, not the red line, Nasdaq. Go to the green line. Someone didn't tell Nasdaq it's going the wrong way. If anybody could just fill him in on that, that would be great. Oh, I thought we were going to start ripping up there. Oh, Nasdaq. You're always messing with me. I'm kind of in a goofy mood today, guys. A little goofy mood. Monday morning goofs. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna talk to you like a child. It's like a form of what's it called? Like disassociation from it. You know, if I just talk to it weird. None of this is really happening. None of this is really happening. I think it's gonna. I think I gotta close out on this. Yeah. I gotta close out on that, guys. That don't look good for me. Now watch it rip, but oh, it is gonna rip. Son of a gun. I'm looking at all that delta coming through down there. Nasdaq, you're going the wrong way. Go up, Nasdaq, up here, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. 34. Oh, it's definitely happened. Stocks Fox. I know, man. It's definitely happened. Look at Delta popping there. I just need to control my emotions. Which is easier said than done. Easier said than done. But this thing's gonna grind up to 12,200. Hitting the top here on the 15-minute and the band. I usually don't use the 15-minute, but since it just closed, it's gonna mark out this high up here. I really wanted to rip. I thought we were going to pop a little pullback. I saw a little LVN form, and then I thought she was just going to, do a little pullback and then just rip up. And, so I got out. I took my stop here as we broke this trend line, thinking that we were going to roll down some more. But then as I looked at Delta down here, I saw Delta just really moving up. So I got back in on it pretty heavy. And I don't know. We're hitting this resistance level now, which was up here, this previous high. I think it still could pop through it. It could be one of those days where it just grinds up for, however long. Before you know it, it's up here at 12,200, and you're like, what happened? I never got my entry on it. Yeah, I think you're right, Design Knob. I think you're right, my friend. Maybe if we all collectively talk to it together, like use all of our voices, it'll go towards our price. It's like the promise. You guys know that? It's like, I think that's the promise, isn't it? Like the power of thought, power of positive thinking or something. Now watch us bust up through this. It's tough, man. It's tough when you're in the trade and you get out and it goes your way, but get ready, yeah. Go big on a Design Knob. Go big. Actually, don't go big. Don't listen to me. If you listen to me and take my trades, you'll lose money. You'll lose money. It'll be painful. It'll hurt. Can I get 25 likes, guys? If you guys haven't liked, I'd really appreciate it if you found any interest in this. If you're just hanging around watching this thing, just clicking that like button. Nobody knows that you liked it. It'll just help me out a little bit by putting this in front of other people who might be interested in it. There's a ton of people doing these live streaming stuff now. live stream trading, which I think is great. I mean, I think it's good. I mean, you get to see how other people do it, and you also kind of get out of your own little trading head bubble, where it can be a very dangerous place to be trading inside your own head by yourself all day. Here's design knobs pullback. Let's see if it finds some support and pushes up. It's just, I think it's going to be one of these slow grinds where it, it just kind of keeps pushing up on the band here. So you could try to get in at 72 maybe, but you know, again, this resistance is right there. Maybe it's 72 and take it up 10 points and then it'll probably pull back. I mean, I don't know. This looks pretty tight in here for me trying to find an entry. Some other people, and I'm okay with 877 on a Monday morning. Particularly when let's see what our boy Ethereum's doing here. I think Tesla's pulling this thing up too. I think people are expecting Tesla to do well on earnings. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Now we can see Ethereum breakout here. See this big area of support that it had for a long time. This is Ethereum. Anybody's interested in this stuff. Big area of support that it had right there, or resistance, I'm sorry. Just busted up through that. That's a lot on the quote-unquote merge that's happening, or they think's going to happen. Still in a down channel, though. Still in a down channel. Don't get too excited. Out of this first fan wave, or I don't know what you call this thing. Call it a fan when price starts fanning away from the channel. Just broke out through it. Next target would probably be up here, 2200 maybe, 2150. I don't know. Just keeping an eye on that if anybody's interested. Leave, my friend. I think it's just kind of, you know, pulling back, coming up, hitting the band on the 1 minute, pulling back, coming up, you know. Hard to trade it because you know where it's going, you know it's just grinding up, but then these pullbacks can really endure. You can endure a little bit of drawdown on that, which is no fun. You guys didn't know, we do have a Discord. We have a Discord now where we're trying to build a community. If anybody would like to join that, some trade ideas going on in there. You guys are welcome to post anything you like in there. Over in the daily. I mean, it's really got to clear this 12,250 level, 270, 300, and then I think it opens up the upside 13,000. I think Tesla earnings this week could probably do that. Give it a little bit of a relief rally. You can see her on the weekly. I mean, but then it's gonna come to this 12,885, 13,000 level. And it's gonna find more resistance. It's really got to get out of this down channel, which I don't think it's gonna happen, you know, this year. So, but I think it's providing some opportunities right now to make some money. Taking a stab long here. Good luck. I'm sitting on my hands for a little bit. If I got in here, I'd probably get in too high, endure some drawdown, take a loss. There's a nice little LVN support notch here at 12,150, 60 right here, maybe right where it's coming down to. Draw this little counter trend line. Hope maybe get like a dragonfly candle going on this 500 volume, and then taking that move up to new highs. Could find some support here. I'm not saying it ain't. Not saying it is. I'm probably gonna sit this one out. She going down, says 0. I don't know. They might find some support here. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. You could get on the back end of this trend line too. You know, what was resistance is now support. So you got this trend line here. See that? And then maybe it comes down, finds some support, 12,150-ish, and then pushes back up. You got the 20 SMA over here on the 1 minute, which is right around that level as well. So you could wait for it to become oversold on the Williams percent, then try to get in on a counter trend line break. All sorts of entry strategies you could try to implement here. Or you just jump in on it and say, fuck it, I'm just going to ride it, you know, I'm just going to do it. All sorts of strategies you can implement. Some people are always like, what's the strategy? There's lots of strategies. I mean, I kind of always talk about, it's kind of like you're I don't want to even compare it to being a doctor because it's not a doctor. It's like a mechanic maybe, where you come in and you just kind of diagnose, see what's going on with it, and then try to implement whatever tool you have in your toolbox to fix it. Five-minute candle, very bearish candle on the 5 minute, but bearish candle on the 5 minute, bearish candle on the 1 minute. I'm not saying it's going down. I'm just pointing it out. You've got very bearish candle here, very bearish candle here at a level of resistance, which we broke through, but it's looking like she's trying to go up, doesn't it? It's trying. I don't know. Good job. I'm glad you got break even on that. Now, what I will say is that typically when we break the 20 SMA and close below the 20 SMA on the 1 minute, it's going to want to continue to the other side of the band. So I wouldn't be surprised to come down to VWAP. That being said, you know, I'm not going to short it because I think it is a bullish day. I think it does have 12,200 in sight, and you know, you don't want to be trying to be the smart guy in the room and counter trend trading it. So I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm cool with it. $900 or $877 or whatever it is for a Monday. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, dog. Ooh, broke out of that range, pushed up, coming back down. Is it going to find support right here? Moment of truth. This is the moment of truth, guys. 20 SMA trend line. We're pinning right off of it. Is it going to find support or is it going to break back down? It's finding some support. I mean, this is a buy, but I ain't buying it. I'm just not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling it. You know, it's like that trader spidey sense where you're just like, It looks like a dog. It's barking like a dog. I just don't think it's a dog. I'm kind of loopy right now. I had a long weekend. I think it's starting to range up here. It's got, support down. We see the bottom of the band there. On the 1 minute, we got support at 40, some more support at 30. That's only 10 points. I mean, that's nothing. I mean, it's a very short, small range. I think it could find some support here. We can see this trend line right here. It's hitting the back of it. Bullish candle in the 500 volume, but it's failing now. 30 is probably where you'd want to get out. Maybe it drops all the way back down to 12,100, but I don't think so. 40, 30 down that level. We're in STR. STR, where are you at right now, man? Where are you located? Coelho, Apex. Andre, what's up, man? From Germany. Good to see you. Wow, we care. Where's everybody at this morning? Finding some support here, possibly. Now it's starting to chop around. You can see how it broke out, a lot of volume. Basically failed, I would say. Came back down to the support. It's probably got some more support here. It's got more support here. It's just not looking. No bueno. New Jersey. Originally from Brazil. I thought so, STR, because you've got the Coelho. And I'm saying that wrong, and I'm sorry. Zero is still in Dubai, but I bet it's hot in Dubai, man. I bet it's like 1,000,000 degrees. Chicago, SW Blaze. Andre, I believe, is from Germany. Ibrahim is from the Philippines. I don't know if he's here today. What's up, Roach Gang? Good to see you, man. Moved to New Zealand. That's cool. LA. All right, guys. So what do you think? You think Tesla is a buy? You think we should buy Tesla? Buy the rumor, sell the news. I'm gonna fire up TD Ameritrade and look at what Tesla's looking like. They're reporting earnings on Wednesday. It's hard to go against Tesla. I don't know why. Tesla's a winner. Elon Musk is a winner. I'm going kind of crazy today, guys. And I see the Nasdaq here pulling back. I feel like Tesla's probably pulling back as well right now, and it might be might be able to get it at a decent price before it explodes. But I would not listen to me. I would do your own research and trading. I'm just thinking out loud. Coming into the VWAP 20 SMA. TD Thinkorswim takes forever to load. Oh, get off of here. Get off of that screen. You don't belong on that screen. Or Netflix. Well, guys, I'm not the most talkative right now. I'm kind of running out of things to say. I'm just kind of watching this thing, move around, do what it's going to do here. I'm not really seeing a trade opportunity, to be honest with you. You could try, maybe going long on it. I'm still bullish on it. So it's like, okay, we've got this pullback. You could buy the break. We're hitting VWAP, bullish candle in the 1 minute. You could possibly buy it, but it's also got some support down here, 12,100. So, difficult for me to really find a great entry, particularly if you're up like $900. It's like you might as well just take it on a Monday summer day. You know what I mean? So that might be what I do, guys. I may just take that and call it a day. Get out of here. Go enjoy the summer with my kids who don't have anything to do today. They're being very quiet right now, which is really nice. Yeah, I don't know, guys. You guys got anything going on? How do you add the volume remaining indicator to your chart? I would love to show you. We click on indicators up here. We got the indicators, and then it is called the volume counter. Right here, you see it down here. You just come down over here to indicators, and you come down to V, and it should say volume counter. And you should have that. It's a default one. It's not a fancy, whatchamacallit, order flow, whatever thing. It's just a standard issue. Comes with the thing. So yeah. Anybody has any questions? Any other questions? The streaming may be lagging. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I've got a whole bunch of charting programs up at the moment. I'm looking at some other things right now. I'm looking at stocks, and I've got my crypto, and we're just wheeling and dealing here. Wheeling and dealing. So yeah, if nobody has any other questions, I may jump off of this thing. I'll post some stuff in the Discord. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, join the Discord. I've got some other ideas, some other market ideas. Like I said, Tesla's coming out with earnings on Wednesday. You could try to get Nasdaq as a pullback. You might be able to get it at a good price. You don't want to get in too high on it. You don't want to get a Nasdaq too high either. Right here, and it's now coming down to the support area, which I think might also provide some opportunity for it. At value area low here, very nice explosion down to support. It's got some more support down 12,100. It's only 20 points away, but the value area low might be interesting. Check out the Discord. Join that, completely free. Feel free to post stuff in there, post questions. There's a whole category in there that's like bear questions or something like that, or bear suggestions, I think. What's it called? Maybe I should make a questions. Suggestions for bear. If you can put questions anywhere really, and I'll try to answer them. Or there's also one thing called there suggestions for bear if you like to see something on the channel. Then yeah, so yeah, I could put a crypto thing on there if you want on the Discord, and we can talk about some cryptocurrencies and other trade ideas. Lots of other ways to make money in the markets, not just on futures. And there's lots of ways if you don't want to endure the futures drawdown, or the you're bullish on Nasdaq, but you don't have the margin to hold overnight. You can trade ETF, Nasdaq ETFs. You can do inverse ETFs, all sorts of products out there to trade and try to make money off of. So you guys enjoy it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for liking the video. I really appreciate it. You still got a few seconds if you like to like the video. Also go over there and check out the Discord. There's a suggestions category. Put any suggestions you like in there for the Discord. And let's get that community going. And I appreciate you guys watching the video. Yep. All right, guys. I will be back live streaming tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. And hopefully we can have another nice green day. All right, guys. You take it easy. See ya. Bye.